Attitude Broadcasting presents BSS Carolina with your host, Rocky. JPP, not only are you a giant, but you're a dummy giant.
Giant dummy.
You'll be in the same unemployment line as Steve Clifford. New job, Release Roberts. Linsanity's a hornet. We call us hockey experts. Easy.
You know who the next Jordan is? LeBron. It's not his fault. It's just because I like playing devil's advocate. Never again. Hall of Famer. Tannehill. Game over. Don't worry, I'll wait. We've all said it. None of us are hockey experts. I guess we are. We're beating hockey experts.
And big shots.
PJ Harrison. Rudy Gobert. JPP. What a dingling. Linssanity. I said better. I didn't say good. Roy Hibbert. What a dingling. If Duncan gets the 7 rings, not his fault. With Jordan, you got plenty of money. Get you a driver. Bump that. Side pieces. Side pieces. Ronda Rousey.
You can listen to the show on Stitcher, Spreaker, iTunes, and iHeartRadio. And follow us on Twitter at BSSCarolinasLocalSportsShow11-3-2016. Welcome to BSS Carolinas on Stitcher, Spreaker, iTunes, and iHeartRadio. I am, of course, Rocky. Join me today. On today's show, we have a full house of people. I think we can see everybody. Of course, we got Big Shot sitting in the corner.
Over here, pushed way back here. My head is so big, though.
We had to put Baby in the corner today. Join us again, of course, we ain't figured out a name yet.
Yeah, by next week. By next week.
I
will. By next show, I'm sorry, I'll have a name. I won't be here next week, unfortunately, guys. I'm going out of town.
All right, and next week is, all right, that's cool.
So by the next show after that, I will have a name.
The pre-Thanksgiving show. You got to be here for the pre-Thanksgiving show.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Cowboys play on Thanksgiving Day.
Cowboys and Redskins.
Let's go, Washington.
Bandwagon. And then, of course, the Checkers supporter of Charlotte, the real Scott Ely.
What's up, guys? See, I like I'm up front.
Front and center? Nobody can
beauty
see you,
up
man.
front.
Nobody can see you.
Huh?
Nobody can see you.
I'm right there. Look at that.
I know. It's scary. We got you way too close today. But we got a great show today. We got, of course, we're going to talk about the World Series. We'll talk about that in segment 2. The NFL early games, the late games this week. Bobby's going to have to show some love for the Cowboys again.
How do y'all get the Browns this week?
Hey,
come on,
play
Cleveland.
The Browns sometime.
The Cleveland has to win sometime. Can't this be
that
the
was
week?
Last week.
No, it wasn't last week. It's this week.
No. Go ahead and please go with the Browns or the Cowboys. That'd be kiss of death. But we also got Dummies of the Week, 2 words for you. There's a movie coming out this week as well, which we'll talk about. Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay.
That comes out today.
I thought it came out already.
It comes out tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Doctor Strange.
I can't wait. We'll see.
We'll graphics look intense, man.
It does. But we got a whole bunch. So let's get into the show now. Segment 1, the Panthers win 30-20. They finally beat somebody.
Keep pounding. I told y'all. Yes, sir. We know what Carson Palmer is. He can't change his stripes. We ran the ball. We got after him. That's how we win games. Let's go, Carolina. Can we keep that up? We got the Rams this week. 3-5. Starting to sound a little better. Starting to turn the season around. We ain't going to lose to the Rams. Case Keenum?
Listen.
Put Jared Goff in, please. This is the week to put Jared Goff in.
We'll talk about that. But first, the Panthers did win 30-20. A couple of things with the game. Cam, the offensive play calling, all right, third quarter, they were up 30-7. They did 3 straight passes at the end of the third quarter, and Arizona turns around and gets a touchdown right before the end of the third quarter, which could have cost the Panthers the game. The play calling has to be better than it is. Arizona turned the ball over and put y'all in situations for that game.
See, being a Panther fan, I have come to terms with our team. if we get up big on a team, there is no doubt that team is going to find a way to get back in that game.
Case in point, last year's playoff game against Seattle, where they were up 31-0, I believe, in the first half. Then Seattle
New York Giants
scored 24 straight in the second half.
But the play calling has to be better when you're up big
It
like
does,
that.
yeah.
All right, it's horrible. They'll start passing it in passing situations. Throw some screen passes. Do different things to run the clock out.
Throw more on first down.
Right. Throw more on first down if you don't do it. And run on second and third down. But the play calling has to get better. As you play better teams, it better get better because you don't lose games.
And what have we been screaming for in our passing game? More short, intermediate routes. How about some curls with our big wide receivers? Can't they run 8 yards and turn around, and you can't throw them the football? You pick up 8 yards on first down, second and third down are that much easier. We need to simplify the offense, do simple, easy things to win games, and play defense. And stop getting our quarterback hit because obviously they aren't throwing the flags for him.
All right, fine. All right, let's get into that.
You want to get into that?
Let's go ahead and get into that because I'm sick of hearing this. I am sick of hearing it all week long. Cam Newton afterward complains that he is taking hits. I did not hear a damn thing from a Carolina Panther fan or a Dallas Cowboy fan when Tony Romo got hit into the ground and broke his shoulder for the second time. I didn't hear me complaining about it. I didn't hear another Cowboys fan complaining about it. And excuse me, Tony Romo is like 4 feet shorter and 50 pounds lighter. And if you go back and watch the Seattle Seahawks game when he was injured, it was the late hit, may I add, that broke his collarbone. I didn't complain. I didn't hear.
Did he get a flag?
No, he didn't get a flag. But it's not just Cam Newton. So let's break that off right now. And there was only one bad late hit that they should have called, and that's the Campbell play.
Yeah,
The
when
last
he
Campbell
drove into the ground. That
NFL
was
came back and admitted.
That was a dirty hit.
No, but they admitted. They came back and said we made a mistake. But I'm sick and tired of hearing Cam Newton every week. I can't. This is not fun. I'm getting hit again. Well, you know what? You're running. You don't get hit like a linebacker. You don't act like one.
I think
running back.
I think in that press conference that he had, I think he was right about everything except for two things. He misspoke about two things. The one about having fun, because your job is not obligated to be fun, first of all. And second, when he said it's not safe anymore. It's football. It's really never safe out there, honestly. I mean, that's the one sport where you have a license to assault. So, I mean, I think. Go ahead.
Well, the other thought I had real fast. Don't give me where other people get the calls. You know what? You ain't in that situation yet. You are not LeBron James of the NFL yet. You've not won a championship yet, so you're not going to get the calls like Tom Brady.
In his defense,
you're not going to get them called like Peyton Manning. You're not going to. In his defense, he is not on that level.
He's
not done anything.
Well, in his defense, he's the
yet.
MVP. You can give him that. You can give him that.
No, I ain't
1
giving
year
him nothing.
doesn't make
he
him
won
elite.
He won one MVP.
You're right.
Okay? He's not won a championship yet.
But at least give him.
No, hold on a second. The championship players get the calls, right? Jordan got the calls in the 90s after he won the title, correct? He didn't get them before. He was MVP before, right?
James Harden gets to the free throw line 15 times a night. He ain't one squad douche.
That's bad.
He's a point guard. His job is to drive the lane.
He's the greatest winner of all time.
That's a point guard, though, too. That's a point guard.
My thing is at least give Cam the MVP benefit of the doubt. That's
the face of the league benefit of the doubt.
He's not
He's not the face of the league.
I wouldn't say
who's the face of the league then?
Really?
Tom Brady.
Mr. Cheater douchebag himself.
I'm sorry. How heavy is his hand right now?
How many times? How many teams has he cheated to get those damn rings?
At least he's won.
Tom Brady is 39, is having a career year. 39.
Yeah.
The best quarterback.
He has the biggest
hold on.
athlete in the game to
hold
throw
on.
the ball to. We can throw the ball to Rob
Are you
Gronkowski.
serious?
You got
the biggest wide receiver in the game.
You got Greg Olsen. You got Greg Olsen, who was the number one receiver last year,
Man,
who was still a good tight end.
You're going to lose this argument. I can tell you that now.
I mean,
because listen, The Panthers have weapons. I won't hear we ain't got no weapons. You got bunches who's at a basketball game last night. You got Thomas Davis. You got Kelvin Benjamin. You got the best tight end in the game. I don't think anybody disagrees with that right now.
Rob
Olsen's right
Gronkowski
behind.
is the best tight end
Greg
in the
Olsen's
game.
second then.
Rob Gronkowski is the best offensive weapon in the game.
False.
Absolutely.
False. Julio Jones, I would take every day.
Julio going to give me 100 yards and 3 touchdowns every week. Julio will have 2 catches for 39 yards. Anytime I'm in the red zone, I could throw Gronkowski the ball with 4 guys on him. And more than likely, he's going to come down with the football.
I disagree.
You disagree?
Absolutely, I disagree.
Oh,
I would take Julio Jones.
Come on.
Julio Jones is the best weapon in the NFL.
I wouldn't take Gronk because of his injury.
Exactly.
I'm taking
That's
Julio.
why.
I mean,
That's
you're
the
only
thing
Gronk.
for
You're only going to get 8 games a year out of him.
I'm talking about in the one situation, you need to throw the football to somebody to get a touchdown. I want Gronkowski.
I'm taking Julio.
A healthy Gronkowski.
Oh, you're talking about a situational
No. Are you talking about the goal
The
line?
best offensive player
No.
in the league,
No.
I want Gronkowski.
He's
I'm going to
not.
throw him the football.
He's not the best
He's got a
offensive
better
player.
chance of coming down with it with 7 guys around him than Julio Jones
Let me
does.
ask you one question real fast. How many 300-yard games he's got this year?
Who has led the league every year for the past 5 years in receiving touchdowns?
Who?
Rob Gronkowski.
You're talking about this year.
He has more touchdowns than Julio Jones probably this year. In 4 less games.
Okay, look at the
In 4 less games.
Look at the team. You take Julio off that team,
and
they're not winning games.
They beat Green Bay with Julio having 2 catches and 39 yards last
And
year.
hold on a second.
Matt Ryan is playing out of control.
Gronkowski hasn't played that many games. He didn't come back till Tom Brady came back. So
And what has he done since he's come?
What's Julio done? He put
Julio had 2 subpar games.
By the way,
he's had
Julio put
explosive
300
game.
yards on your team.
I know. I watched the game.
I was there. I knew.
Rob Gronkowski has had
300
100 yards every week and multiple touchdowns.
300
Every week
yards.
since he's been back.
He is the best player in this league.
He is the best offensive weapon in this league. Rob Gronkowski.
No, he's not.
Absolutely. Go ask any general manager.
Well,
either way,
One just said right here. One just said Julio. All right. Who's better, Julio or Gronk?
If I'm just doing
not one situation. I'm talking about for a game. You want one weapon that they're
For
both
one
healthy.
game.
One game.
I would take Gronk because he is that bad of a man. Because linebackers can't cover him, corners can't cover him, safeties can't cover him.
I remember the AFC Championship game last year. He went over for 5 Broncos.
But I wouldn't have him on my team for a whole year.
But hold on a second. You're missing something else. The only time I've seen Julio stop this year is when Richard Sherman pulled him down while Earl Thomas was on his legs. And he almost still made a catch to win the game.
Gronkowski would have caught the football.
Oh, my God.
Gronkowski would have caught the football.
Frank, he wouldn't have been down
And when
field
Gronkowski is in the open, are you kidding me? Gronkowski is out running guys every week. Safeties,
And Julio's
linebackers.
And Julio's
no, 2 for 39. Who he outrun last week?
He didn't need to outrun anybody last week.
Oh, because
Gronk don't do that
he has
every week.
a great team around him. Gronkowski, 6 catches, 100-plus yards, 2 TDs
Gronk
last week, something like that?
Gronk doesn't do that every week. He's got Bennett that does it some week. Yeah, what?
Bennett had 1 week. Since Gronkowski's been back, where's Martellus Bennett been at?
But anyway,
I haven't seen him either.
With the Patriots,
Missing in action.
one player doesn't make that Patriots offense because it can be Edelman one week, it's going to be Chris Hogan the other week, it's going to be Bennett one week.
Pull up all their wide receivers and tell me how many total touchdowns
the next week.
their wide receiver core has.
But if you go to Atlanta, okay, Sanu's not bad, but everybody in the world knows it's one person on that team.
What's Tom Brady's stats right now?
It's insane.
How many touchdown passes does he
12
have?
and 12.
How many
13,
of those touchdown passes are to Rob Gronkowski?
Probably 3 or 4, maybe.
He has no interceptions. Something crazy.
But he's playing on a mission.
Over 1,000 yards.
All right? He's playing on a mission. It wouldn't matter if Gronk was out there or not because Bennett is out there.
Last year, Denver, Sunday Night Football. Gronkowski goes out the game. Tom Brady looks like a mortal. Cannot get the ball up the field. He looking at the sideline like Gronk.
But that's a
please.
different year.
But they
Please,
didn't.
talking about this year.
Yeah, but
we're not talking about last year.
If you took Gronkowski from Brady,
that's why they have
not.
Bennett this year from when Gronk goes out.
That's not true whatsoever because Gronk wasn't completely healthy game 5. I have him on my fantasy team. He didn't do anything week 5 and 6. Now the next 2 weeks he did. Absolutely. The first 2 games he came back, he was not healthy. Now, is he the most dangerous the red zone target in the league? Absolutely. I agree with that. You put me in the red zone, that's who I want. Now, I'm talking about for a game. A game, I'm going with the best wide receiver in the game today. I mean, that's who I'm going with. So, but you can't say Gronk. Listen, I get your point. You think Gronk's the best. I don't. Offensively, I would take Julio. Now, and that might change by the end of the year. But Tom Brady was going to play a man possessed no matter what this year. Because he was suspended. And you saw the way he's been hitting Chris Hogan. Danny Amendola had 2 touchdowns last week. There's other people on that team.
And you know why these guys get these possessions? Because there's 5 guys trying to guard Gronkowski, and he's still dominating the field.
Do you know why Sanu's
still dominating the field?
Why do you think Sanu's getting?
Because Shanahan is lining them up in great positions to get them open in the middle of the field.
I like how he went from Cam Newton crying to Gronkowski.
Yeah. I don't get it.
That's how we do it right
That was
here.
the weirdest transition in the world.
But all right, going back to the Cam thing, all right. Listen, my point with the Cam thing, he's won an MVP, but he ain't won a championship yet. But he feels like he has won a title, that he deserves everything else given to him.
He still feels
he's not
the
earned
greatest.
anything yet.
He just wants to feel safe, man.
He should be safe. I'll give him that.
Hey, I've seen refs throw flags if a defensive lineman hits Tom Brady on his helmet with the palm of his hand. Barely touches him.
Mm-hmm. But
flag comes
that's
out.
the rules.
Tom Brady, though.
But that's the rules.
That's Tom Brady. Cam Newton gets body slammed. He gets suplex city like Brock Lesnar is out there. No flag.
But here's the point, though. You're looking at Tom Brady, who is 6'4" and maybe 200 pounds. Cam's 6'5", 250.
Brady every bit 240.
The rest are going to look at Cam and be like, oh, he's, unfortunately, and the Panthers run him. I was looking at a stat the other day. 240 career times he's been hit. 1 flag. Okay, that's a problem. You go to Drew Brees, 53, and he's got 10 flags. That's the issue. I agree with you on that. But if you watch the Arizona game, Cam got hit. He got pushed out of bounds, turned around, looked at the ref. Where's my flag? Come on. That's the LeBron James factor that he ain't got yet.
I mean,
the thing is about you're comparing different quarterbacks. You're comparing Drew Brees to Cam. Cam's going to move outside the pocket. Drew's not.
Right.
I mean, if Cam stayed in the pocket, I'm sure he'd get more calls.
But that's what Cam was talking about, in the pocket plays. That's
in the pocket. He understands, but
that's what he's talking about.
But the problem is,
one hit is not going to factor.
Right.
The problem is
he realizes
he throws the ball away, and they're still on his shoulder, and they're running him into the ground.
So how about this? Stop doing the Superman after you score a touchdown, or stop dabbing.
Or the first down. That's my problem.
And defenses will be, you guys are. I mean, Cam is like lining the dinner bell up when he does that, when he taunts the defense, and you're not going to tell me if you're not playing defense
quarterback don't
and that guy does it to you.
That's a problem.
And like I said, I think Cam should get the MVP benefit of the doubt, but he kind of brings it on himself too. I remember last year, if you want me to stop dabbing, if you want me to stop dancing, then stop me. And right now they're stopping him. So
and now it's not fun anymore because he's losing.
Now it's not fun. Exactly. Right.
So where's the complaint when Tony Romo got his shoulder broke?
Or when Big Ben gets a super kick to his knee.
Well, Tony Romo isn't going into the media and talking stuff. Cam Newton is in the media and in their face trying to point out the fact that he's not getting the flags.
You know what Tony's doing? He's getting healthy to get back on the field.
Tony ain't getting back on the field.
You never know, man. But my point is, Cam Newton needs to go out and play and worry about the game play. Not worry about the flag that he missed.
Worry about winning.
Or stop wearing cheese boots to the cheese shoes to the show.
And it's a strategic game, too.
Yeah, those were.
Hopefully now they'll start looking a little more careful.
Look delicious.
He picks up 1 extra penalty flag a game.
But he's complaining about plays outside the pocket. Because if you watch the game against Arizona, when he was outside the pocket, that's when he's complaining. I'm like, dude, once you're outside the pocket, you're a running back. And you're trying to pick up the extra yards, you're going to get hit.
See, I thought he was talking about what was in the pocket.
Well, he got hit once inside the pocket.
But
when he got that leg hit.
Because,
he
understands what happens.
Arizona,
he understands what comes
they
out. What happens
pushed him out of bounds,
Right.
and he fell on the ground. He turned around and left. Was like, "Where's my call?"
But the thing is, he's not complaining equally. He's complaining getting hit all the time, not just that press conference he talked about inside the pocket.
Right.
But he still complains when he runs outside if he gets a late hit.
But he should understand when he runs outside the pocket, though. I mean, he should just understand you're a running back now. You're not a quarterback anymore.
As a Carolina fan, I need my quarterback on the field. Please stop letting this man get hit or throw more flags.
Or, hey,
help us out.
I've got a solution.
Or, hey, offensive line, block better.
No, I have a solution. Get rid of the ball. Don't hold the ball so long, Cam. Don't hold the ball so long. That would get you to stop getting hit.
That's how Roethlisberger always gets hurt.
If the city of Charlotte, I'm going to ask you today, if you're watching on Periscope or anything else, please stop complaining about the refs not calling a play. You know, what about your offensive coordinator call better game plan so your quarterback don't get killed? That would be a better solution. That would stop it right there. Anyway,
I have no sympathy for a guy that makes $60 million. That's guaranteed $60 million.
Hey, you got to have some sympathy when it's coming out of our pockets, too. Come on. We got to keep our quarterback safe. Come on, NFL. Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell? What about the Carolina Panthers keep him safe?
We trying. We're trying as best we can with what we have.
We
don't have a great offensive line.
Oh, my God.
Unfortunately.
Oh, my God.
We are beat up, so
it's the same offensive line you guys had last year.
Michael Orr
I didn't hear no complaint last year.
Because they pulled Michael Orr. That's why.
He's got a concussion.
I'm sorry everybody on Periscope and everywhere else that's listening. Our show probably just went off the rails today because this is what we're going to talk about for the rest of the day. All right, first and foremost, where's the blame for the Panthers in this? Where's the blame for the Panthers?
There's plenty of blame to go around.
They put him in bad situations. They know how bad the offensive line is because you had it last year. But there was no complaints last year. Now that you're 2-5, NFL, why are we not
there were
calls?
complaints last year. We just had a magical season, and so that deodorant covered up that stench into the Super Bowl.
Did y'all ever hear Cam complain last year about calls?
No. That was my thing. That was always my thing with Cam.
Because we were winning. When we're not winning, we got to get the calls.
So now you're complaining that you're not getting something.
Exactly.
But
we deserve the benefit of the doubt as the defending NFC champions. The NFC representative in the Super Bowl with the league MVP.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I've never heard you talk this way about your team. This is crazy.
This is hometown homeritis.
That's the reason I want to get into it. When do you get this homeritis?
That's what I like about this show because we have that one homer. There's always got to be that one homer in the group that we don't agree with.
Listen,
which is cool.
My Cowboys are 6-1 right now. I'm not bragging. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying anything. Tony Romo last year got hurt. I had a 4-12 season. I wasn't saying NFL, where's my flag? Where's my flag at? Because that's the NFL.
Because you were on we're going to make a run. Tony's going to come back and carry us to the promised land. I need Cam to stay healthy to make a run.
Then why don't you write a letter to your owner, Jerry Richardson, who's out before the game waving like he's the Queen of England?
Because you know what he'd do? He would crumple it up and throw it out because he don't care.
But
you don't care what you have to say.
When are we going to start holding Ron Rivera accountable? When will we start holding Mike Shula accountable or Ken Dorsey? Because you know who you are.
Or Sean McDermott.
You know what offensive line you got.
We understand that Cam's going to take hits because of his style of game. He has to run the football to be effective. He needs those design runs. No question. That gets him more involved in the game. We just want, when he's getting pile driven by Calais Campbell, can we get a flag for that? Other than that, the other hits, when he's running like a running back, it is what it is, you know. But when he's getting pile-driven, can we get a flag for that?
But when is he going to start getting rid of the ball quicker is my point.
I don't know.
That's when
know.
You do your 3-step drop. If your guy ain't covered, if your guy's covered, you just dump it off to the running back. You dump it off to the tight end.
Right?
They have to call better
I guess
plays.
Whenever they integrate more short to intermediate passes,
you talked about having more shorter passes, right?
And we don't have it. We don't have it.
When are they going to start doing that?
We want to be a big play team to throw the ball down the field team, but we don't have the receivers.
Who's the big play receivers down the field?
Well, the thing with the Panthers, they don't have any receivers with escapability.
Come on, Philly Brown, Ted Ginn. Escapability.
And then,
no.
And then when Greg Olsen, some
Ted
weeks we
Ginn
don't
can't
throw
catch.
to him.
Ted Ginn can't catch at all, though.
I mean,
So Calvin Benjamin can't either. So
I just.
the thing is with Cam,
he has better hands than
Trust
Ginn,
me,
but he's
I would
just
love
not-
to
he's
see
not as
New
fast.
England's offense as our base offense. 3 strep drops, line up in the gun, quick slants, dink and dunk all day long, ball control, run the ball inside the 10-yard line, pound in the end zone. I would love that to be our offense, but it's not.
That's
But
what it
you
should
can-
be.
And I
you
have
can
no
have it.
decision
And
over
that's
that.
what it should be.
but that's Cam audibling. He's got to know the defense coming at him. He's got to be okay. Check to a play that's going to work.
But we understand Cam Newton's mindset. He's Superman. He thinks he can make the big play every time.
Well,
Do you-
there's a difference. Tom Brady doesn't do that. Guys like Aaron
Tom
Rodgers
Brady
don't
is,
do that.
I trust my system. I know my system's going to work.
And Tom Brady gets rid of the ball.
Do you remember the first year the Panthers? What system did we run? 2 tight end set, right? Mm-hmm. Who was the second tight end? Jeremy Shockey, right? Okay. I don't see why we can't do that again. I mean, Ed Dixon is not the greatest, but why can't we run more 2 tight end sets?
I don't know. I
And
haven't
let
even
him-
seen Ed Dixon on the
you,
field.
Yeah, and you can have your second tight end chip that rusher, run the
Which
delayed
would
route.
help.
Because to me, I would have the 2 tight ends and 2 wide receivers out.
I don't understand why we don't run I formation. Mike Tolbert is a fullback. We're paying him $3 million. Go out and block.
He ain't.
Pop bust holes open for Jay Stu.
I don't even think he's
Fozzie
got first
Whitaker.
down this year.
He hasn't.
I don't think he's got.
The only
he ain't
time
got
I remember
touchdown.
him carrying the ball, Darian Stewart knocked him back 3 yards, and he hasn't touched the ball since. So I don't know, but this is what we have. We are a what do they call it? WRO offense, RPO offense. I'm sorry, read pass option offense, pretty much, because that's our game, our best player.
That's the thing. It hasn't worked.
Game right there.
But 1 year. 1 year, last year, was their best year running it. But it's not working this year. It didn't work the year before, and it hasn't worked in past with Cam. Maybe it's time to get a...
Well, we'll see.
It's time to maybe make him a quarterback. He's got to not run outside the pocket. He's getting older. The older he gets, the more sustainable he is to injuries.
He's gonna keep taking these hits.
He's got
keep running
to,
this
like
offense.
Donovan McNabb did in Philly. He started being a pocket quarterback. Make your awareness inside the pocket. 3 steps. Okay, somebody's coming. Dump it away. Dump it away. Dump it away.
And McNabb told,
and that might extend his career.
I heard
Help his
McNabb
career.
say that on the radio. He was talking about he had to change the way he played. He couldn't do, and Cam's, even though he's 6'5", 250, he's gonna have to change it and start dumping it.
Being hit by guys just as big, just as strong, does
And
not
running a
feel
lot
good.
faster now.
Does not feel good.
And listen, that's what frustrates me the most. All right, is because listen, what I feel Cam off the field is different than what I feel on the field. I don't want to see him get hurt. I don't want to see him end his career. I've seen a lot of great quarterbacks get hurt and not be able to play. I don't want that to happen in Cam. But the way Cam's playing, it's gonna happen.
I mean,
And that's on the
he's
coaching staff
He
to-
might be on the
to
way to
working
being
on
Ben
him.
Roethlisberger. Where he's going to miss 4 to 6 games every year in the latter part of his career.
What about Michael Vick? If anybody haven't learn from Michael Vick, please. And what messed Michael Vick up? Michael Vick was what 5'11".
He was small.
He was small. So
But
I mean,
Cam can take those hits,
right? Because
you know.
he's 6'5", 250. Yeah, but for how long? That's my thing. For how
That's
long?
why NFL, please, if he's being power driven, throw a flag there.
That
all right,
sure,
please.
That's
all we're asking.
The complain about every single he should get. It's like watching LeBron James play basketball now, where every time he does something, Cam's turn around. Where's the flag?
You can point
And
to
that's my point.
like every quarterback that's playing now. You can cherry pick different hits that they never got called
True.
for. I mean, he's not the only one getting hit.
But like the Case Keenum hit earlier this year, Sunday, Alex Smith got hit, and there was no flag.
And as a result, he's not even playing this
Right.
week. As a result of that,
but it's
But
an NFL situation.
superstars of their profession feel like they are a little more entitled.
Well, he's
and
not a
should be
superstar
getting
yet.
things.
He's not an
Well,
elite
in his
quarterback.
mind, he's
Not
he's a
quarterback.
superstar. He's not
he
the
is
face
a
of the
superstar.
NFL.
He's a superstar.
He's not
one
like
of those
Steve
big
Smith
names.
or Stephen A. Smith calls that top tier.
Tier
No.
2.
He is
tier
tier
2. He is tier 2.
He's not tier 1 yet.
He's not tier 1.
No,
There's
he's tier 2.
there's only a couple
There's
quarterbacks.
2 quarterbacks in
Brady,
the NFL.
Rodgers, Breeze.
That's it.
And Roethlisberger. I put Roethlisberger.
Roethlisberger is.
Okay, Big Ben. Eli.
when he's healthy.
I wouldn't put
Eli's
Eli
like tier
there.
2.
I
I know
wouldn't put
Eli gets the
if
calls.
Eli gets in the postseason, that's the only thing.
Eli's that clutch quarterback,
Yeah.
but he's not going to.
He's Mr. January to February. No
if you
doubt.
want, all right, we ain't talking about tiers of quarterback because we're going tiers of quarterback. I'm putting him below top 5. So, but
Well, yeah, that's what
differently.
we're saying.
I'm saying like number 10. He's behind Tony
Yeah, he's more clutch than Tony.
Yeah.
during the regular season. That's-
In the
Just
postseason.
regular season, I would take Romo.
All right. So anyway, because you remember how much Eli throws picks. Anyway, let's get to the game. We spent 30 minutes on that. Panthers at Rams. I know everybody can't wait for that game.
I can't wait, man.
The X Factor, who wins? Do you know they're making a TV show on the Rams?
Why not?
Why?
It's football.
Oh, because
and
of the
Hollywood.
move?
Yeah, it's on the E Network. Football.
Nobody cares.
It's a
I didn't see
reality
this.
show. It's football and Hollywood.
Nobody cares about
No,
it.
their
some of the Ram players
their
will be on.
hard knock life series this year was pretty good for the Rams.
Right.
They got some characters on that team,
Yeah, dude.
but the X factor for us, Cam Newton, Jay Stu, the running game. We should be able to run the ball against the Rams. We should be able to score 30, get after Case Keenum just like we did this week. Carolina rolls, baby. 34-14.
I'm going to go with the Panthers also because at this point in the season, there's zero margin for error now if they want to have any shot at winning that division. So I'm going to go Panthers 27-17.
I'm going to say X Factor Todd Gurley. That defense has to bring him down. And you know what? Case Keenum, when he gets time, he's got decent receivers to throw to, and that Panther secondary couldn't cover me right now. So I'm going to say Rams are going to win by a touchdown. We'll say 27-20.
They got to rush the quarterback, though, for the defensive backs to get any help.
They finally got pressure on quarterback last week. Of course, you're playing cement blocks. Carson Palmer, who can't move anyway. That offensive line is not good for Arizona because Vildhair is out for the season now for Arizona. Arizona, last week. This week, the Rams have a better offensive line than Arizona's got. And by the way, you brought up the point of Leonard Johnson. I have to talk about Leonard for a second. He sucks. He stinks.
Why does he stink?
The first week of the show, this year, you were like, before NF, Leonard Johnson, that he's on the practice squad. He's going to come up. He's going to be a great corner.
I didn't say great. I said he was going to be serviceable.
When I look at the cornerbacks they have on this team right now, they all look like 4 guys you pick up outside the Y playing flag football.
Now, Worley
I'm
had
being
a better
serious.
week last week.
For what?
For us, he had a better week last week. The pass rush definitely helped. Hopefully, we get James Bradbury back this week.
You need Bradbury, but
We
those
definitely need
corners are
Bradbury.
horrible.
Yeah,
So
and our safety play is nothing to holler about it and jump to the moon about either.
Trey Boston, can we stop drafting Carolina football players?
Please.
It just
Unless it's Julius Peppers.
no, they ain't coming in again. But I'm gonna go with the Rams to win. I can't go with the Panthers just because it's Case Keenum week. Come on, man, Case Keenum.
Look, Halloween happened Monday night to the Vikings. That's over. That's done with. It gets real again. The better team is Carolina.
My Bears, baby. Jay Cutler's back.
Jay Cutler got a win. Oh man, we'll get into
Only
that.
one
That
of the
was
year,
great.
probably.
Yeah. All right, so
Eight
y'all
straight,
have
eight
the
straight, y'all.
Panthers. I've got the Rams.
Well, I had the Rams, too.
Did you go to Rams?
Yeah, I said
okay.
Rams.
Oh,
by a
did you?
I'm gonna
touchdown.
say Gurley's gonna have a big game. I don't think they're gonna stop Gurley.
He needs a breakout game.
Yeah,
he
I
hasn't
think
done
this
much
is
this
it.
year, so he hasn't done much.
Now they did a really good job against David Johnson, though. I have to admit that. But that offensive line is horrible.
But when you're down by so much, you can't run the ball that much.
That's true.
The NFL did look out on that scoop fumble touchdown because that damn sure was.
That was
scoop
not a
fumble.
fumble. That's anyway,
Thank you for
flag
that
call.
one, NFL. We keep my quarterback safe.
See, y'all,
I'm looking. I'm watching.
Cake
Stop
and eat it.
saying
Wants his
that.
cake. and eat
see,
it too.
y'all get the
Really?
calls. Y'all get the calls.
You see, seriously, keep my quarterback safe. You know what? Have an offensive line. You know what? That's one thing we do have. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the offensive line that we keep our quarterback safe now.
We know about
Anyway.
Dallas offensive line. We hear it all the time.
I know it's going to keep coming every week now. We don't have to cry the NFL. Hey, keep my quarterback safe. All right, moving on.
Shots fired, man.
Charlotte Hornets. Hornets signed Cody Zeller to a 4-year, $56 million deal.
Woohoo.
Woohoo! Another overpaid athlete for the Hornets.
Cody's going to be a serviceable player for us. He brings energy. He does what we ask him
For
to do.
how much? 4 year? How much?
56.
So
in today's market,
That's
it's a great deal for
exactly
us.
what I want to hear when you talk about your new signing extension. A
Serviceable player
For
that
what?
understands our system, that
56
brings
Okay.
energy.
Serviceable
Can I
for
just-
$56 million?
Can I just say something? And yeah, you just allude to that. You're paying a guy over what, $12 million a year to be serviceable? How much does the NBA? How much does the NBA team have to spend on a team this year?
It's only $14 million a season.
Don't forget.
That only.
Only $14
Don't
million
forget
a
they're playing
season.
with Marvin Williams, $15 million. So hey, it's right there. About
And
the
hell,
same.
Jeremy Lin's making what, 12-2,
And what
12
Tyler
in
Johnson's
Brooklyn.
making
And
10.
what helps
As long
small
as I'm on
market
this show.
teams is continuity, keeping the same players in the system, letting
That
them
much,
grow
though?
together.
One thing I want to say, as long as I'm going to stay on this show, please try to refrain from bringing up Jeremy Lin, please.
All right, I will.
Why is that?
I'll hold that. He's,
Hey, why not?
Jeremy Lin is a hoot and
It's
a holler.
a bomb.
Talking about, the Hornets, though, you signed listen, Cody Zeller actually said, I would play for free. I would give some of this money back. What? You should get this money back, man.
That's highway
You are
robbery.
not $56 million.
What's he averaging?
Like
What,
probably
rebounds and stuff?
Points and rebounds.
He's averaging close to a double-double. He had 14 last night, 9 bounds. He had the games he's played.
Against the
first-
76ers, though?
Hey.
I think we
Jaleel
could-
Okafor is
I
out
think
there.
we could go out there and
Jaleel
just get 2 or
Okafor is out
3.
there.
Y'all didn't-
Marco Sark was out there getting buckets last
Y'all
night.
didn't see me last night? I got 20 and 5 off the bench yesterday against the Sixers.
This ain't last year's Sixers. This Sixers team is a little bit better. If Ben Simmons would have played, it would have been a more interesting game. Or Embiid would have been played, it would have been a more interesting
It would
game.
have been better.
They have a
Couldn't
ton
have
of
been
shooters
worse.
out
Couldn't
there.
have been
but
worse.
Here you go. His
But
career.
We love Zeller.
Okay? 221 games. 7.4 points a game. 5.4 rebounds a game.
$56 million, well spent, baby.
That's what I'm saying. That is ridiculous.
I mean,
man.
For a
he's just-
serviceable guy.
And that's not.
He's
and
just
those,
coming
and
into
those
his
numbers
own.
aren't even serviceable.
This is his 4th season. It takes young players time to figure it out in the league.
What's he averaging this year? What's he
easy
averaging
to play
this
in the
year?
NBA.
Right now, he is averaging 21 minutes a game. He is averaging 11.3 points a game.
Woohoo.
Once
He's
again,
11 points a game.
$56 million, well spent.
And
20 minutes. Damn near a double-double. And he's doing what we
What's his
asked him
four
to do.
rebounds. 4 rebounds.
Averaging
a game
4.
this year.
That's not a double-double.
That's not double.
Well, we can get the
not even
rebounds
close.
on.
I don't know where you went to rebound
The
school.
minutes and the points make a double-double. 20 minutes, 11 points, that's a double-double.
Hold on. I got to admit one thing with Cody Zeller. He is averaging the most he's averaging ever for his career, 3.8 fouls per game.
Well, because everybody's blowing by him. He's got to grab him.
Exactly.
When Big Roy comes back,
Oh, no.
it helps his game.
Matter of fact.
He is not a defensive center. Cody Zeller is a serviceable piece.
Matter of fact, keep bringing up Jeremy Lin. Don't bring up Roy damn Hibbert.
I mean, unfortunately for our franchise, we haven't had a number 1 overall pick since we came back into existence.
Hold on.
So we got to keep getting these
But you
Oh,
know,
non-superstar
No,
players
they
that
just
can fit into a
they
system.
just whiff on picks. Don't even pull that.
don't do it. Hold on
I
a
mean,
second.
we
Yeah, they
we
do.
kind of
Cody-
missed on Damian Lillard.
Listen,
Yes.
when Cody came,
Brandon Roy.
Yep,
He ain't in the league no more.
Listen,
So.
when Cody Zeller came into the league, he was a senior from Indiana.
He was a sophomore.
Okay, so whatever. He was supposed to be a really good player, they thought, when they drafted him. He was already supposed to be polished. He wasn't supposed to be a project that was going to take 4 or 5
because
years.
they already have enough projects.
He is not going – he's going to be – you know who he's going to be? Tyler Zeller in Boston. That's exactly who he is.
Serviceable player.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're probably not paying him serviceable. They're probably Boston is probably paying him serviceable player.
I mean, in
money,
today's
like
NBA,
$5
to pay-
million a year, $4
today's
million a
NBA,
year.
if you can pay a number 4 overall pick, 14 per season, and what
but-
we work with down here.
Yeah,
in
but those
Charlotte.
number 4 picks are a lot better.
I mean, Cody Zeller goes somewhere else. What are we going to replace
Tyler
him with?
Zeller's $1.7 million a year. I can't
Well,
believe I'm
Tyler
looking
is
this
not
up.
the player his brother is, and he didn't get off the bench Saturday. Well, he barely
He
gets
did.
any minutes.
Anyway,
I think it's an okay signing for us.
all right, we have to stop these signings. Like, this is my point. All right, because you've tied too much money in these players who are serviceable. All right, when you can get them somewhere. I'm just saying, you got.
Just wait till next year.
What's it?
Just
I know,
wait
it's
till
gonna be
next year.
worse.
It's going to be even worse.
No, I know. But down the road, these guys gonna get older. You're gonna have to get out of the contract. You're gonna be in salary cap hell, and you ain't gonna be able to sign nobody. So
The great thing we got going is all these guys' contracts expire about the same time.
that's a good thing. But Friday they did beat the Heat 97-91. Saturday they did lose home to the Celtics 104-98. And boy, there was a rude Celtics fan in front of me. Wednesday they did beat the Sixers 108-93, I think. So-
yeah,
109.93.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was ugly. First half, they were down by 10. Second half, they scored the most points this season in a quarter, 39 points in the
They
third
had a
quarter.
hell of a third quarter. Nick Batum caught fire, man. They finally started playing defense. They was like, you know what? Let's stop playing with the Sixers. Let's go ahead and beat them like we were supposed to. But the NBA did us dirty for our first home opener. Made us play a tough road game in Miami to fly back the next night for our home opener against Boston, a team that's got a chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. What is that? What is that, NBA? I mean, they made up for it by giving us the Sixers on 2 days rest, 3 days rest.
What is this hatred this week, man?
Man, I feel like
Why
my
you blaming
teams,
everything else?
my teams are being disrespected. They're not showing any love
Oh,
from my teams.
poor Bobby. Poor Big Shot. He is being offended this week. I'm so sorry,
They're
man.
breaking my heart this week. They
Hey, you
usually
know what?
have more love for me.
You know what would make you feel better?
What's that?
The Cowboys are 6-1. I'm just saying. That will make you feel better. It makes me feel better every week.
No.
Oh, boy.
Anyway,
I just read.
I didn't say nothing about you,
No,
did I?
I just read something that just irks me in sports. We'll talk about it later.
okay, we can talk about it later. All right, moving right on from anybody want to talk anything about? Oh, real fast, the Hornets. They play Friday at the Nets. Woo, the schedule gets harder. Monday at home to the Pacers. By the way, Miles Turner is a beast. I like that young kid.
Yeah.
Wednesday home to the Jazz. How will they do this week?
Let's see.
They got the Nets, Pacers, and Jazz.
2-1, probably
Pacers
3-0.
and Jazz at home.
Probably 3-0. I would say 3-0.
I'll say 2-1. I think they'll lose to the Pacers.
Pacers gonna be a
I like
tough
the
game.
Pacers.
The
One
Pacers
and
are
two.
good.
They beat the Nets, and they lose the Pacers and Jazz.
And Jazz. All right.
Jazz do play defense. I want to go see Rudy Gobert, man.
That's a nice young. He just got paid too.
Yeah, he did. Oh,
$100 million.
Steven
No, that was
Adams-
Steven Adams.
Adams got 100 million.
You complain about Cody.
Yeah.
Cody Zeller.
Hey, he's one of the top defenders in
Yeah,
the league.
yeah,
No offense.
Yeah. What, $100 million?
Dude, Tyler Johnson got $50 million. Do you even know who Tyler Johnson is?
No. Cody Zeller better than Tyler Johnson.
No, I agree with that.
Evan Fournier got 85 million.
Matthew
hate that
Dellavedova got $40 million.
That
Well,
money,
he's gritty.
that money's gonna get worse. That money's gonna get crazier next summer.
Yeah, oh, no, it's going to be insane.
It's gonna be crazy.
Let's move on from the Hornets, unless y'all got anything else to add about the Hornets.
Let's keep winning, baby.
Steve Clifford, keep doing a good job. You're doing a good job right now. Just play
Thank
the
you.
bench.
Thank you.
You need to play the bench. Jeremy Lamb's out right now. They need to get these guys back and play them. They need to play whole team. The only way they will win anything in this league is playing all the
Strength
players.
in numbers, baby.
Yeah.
Number 12 stepped on the court for the Hornets last night. I was like, who is
Who
this
the
guy?
heck is that, by the way?
I had no clue.
It was like Trevor Brown or something like that from VCU.
Who he play for?
VCU.
Yeah. That's what
Undrafted free agent.
Yeah. Moving on. Charlotte Checkers. What's going on with the Checkers this week?
Pretty good. They've had 3 home games this last week, and they've won all 3. The last 2 shutouts.
Really?
Yeah. 4th home game of the year is tonight, and they're looking for another shutout. I mean, they still play the Rockford Ice Hogs.
I love it. Ice Hogs.
Ice Hogs. Actually, the Checkers are second in their division, in the Central Division. They're 4-3 this year, and they're getting plays from their key guys, who hopefully are still there. Sergei Tolchinsky was the first star last night with I think 2 goals. Brock McGinn's getting to the net. It's looking like a good team. they're looking good, especially on special teams, power play and penalty kill. Man, they had a couple penalty kills last night. They were taking more shots on net shorthanded than Rockford was. I don't know. I think Ulf's got this team playing really good special team-wise and offensively. They're looking good. They play Rockford again tonight, and then they start a nice little road trip. They play in Iowa 10th and 11th, and they're actually in Rockford the next game on the 12th. So
Cool. All right. Well, there you go. Checkers. I need to go check.
hey, I got my 1 minute in.
You
Cool.
did get your 30 seconds.
Greensboro Swarm opens November 12th at the Coliseum.
Greensboro Swarm.
Players like Perry Ellis and Ron Muvica. I hope I said that right.
What's the Greensboro Swarm?
It's the Hornets D-League team.
D-League.
What? Perry Ellis from the 50-year-old that
Kansas.
played for Kansas?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
That dude?
Yep. Oh,
Rashid Suleiman.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
from Duke.
Suleiman's there, yeah.
Damian Wilkins.
I can't believe he's still playing. He's 37. That's what I was saying.
We need those veterans. Mike Anderson.
Can we get Marbury? Can we get Starberry to play?
He's not leaving China. He is a king over there. You kidding me?
He got his own statue and everything.
He's selling those shoes. Same
He's
thing as
selling them
Cam.
Starberries. I was looking for a pair, actually.
For Cam's.
No, for some Starberries for $14.
Are you going to buy some of those Cam cheese shoes?
No.
It's the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life.
Are those are on the market?
I'm sorry. I'm a
He
Nike
paid like
guy. I think.
$1,000 for them or something.
Oh,
They're
okay.
somewhere.
I thought they were like you said they were. Oh, God.
Well, when you got it, spend it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right, you're listening to BSS Carolinas. Everybody on Periscope, stick around. We got another show, couple shows coming up. Everybody else, we'll see you later.